So many people in Australia have asthma and they cope with it very well. They have asthma management plans. It's important before you travel to ensure that you've seen your doctor, you have your management plan in hand, and you take plenty of medication if you're on regular medication, or even your emergency supplies. Look, there aren't any real destinations you should avoid, but some are more problematic than others. Some people with their asthma get cold-induced asthma. So obviously climates where it's very cold, it's very bad weather, you might find that your asthma plays up. At certain times of the year and certain parts of the world where there's lots of pollens and allergens in the air, it may affect your asthma. You should seek the advice of your treating physician and work out what's the best time of the year and what are the best places to go. But by and large, as long as you plan properly, there's no bounds for your asthma. Those people with chronic lung conditions, such as complicated asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, are at higher risk from infections. The infections either precipitate their chronic lung condition or their chronic lung condition causes them to have a higher risk of developing infections. When they get the infections, they're generally worse and often require admission to hospital. On that basis, the insurers risk rate them higher than other people with very stable lung conditions. It's very important that you notify the insurer if you have a chronic lung condition and ensure that you have appropriate existing medical coverage before you travel. People with asthma or chronic lung conditions sometimes develop exacerbations while travelling. It's important to notify the medical assistance desk as soon as possible. We have the ability to actually put you in touch with an Australian GP 24 hours a day to initially assess you, either via phone or via telemedicine. Straight down on your phone or your iPad. Let us know very early and we can make that assessment very quickly. Of course, if you're suffering life-threatening conditions, call the local emergency services straight away and go to hospital.